Well, hello YouTube friends and fans. Today I got to work on fixing this cinch. It was bought off eBay. It's for the most part quality, but you can see here where the old buckle had failed. None of this center part was stitched, so I'm going to take that apart and make it better. So stick around. So that's the cinch that we had to fix last night. So we took the old ring, we added in a piece of nylon, and now it's centered and should work beautifully. Giddy up. So we bought a new cinch and it was wrong. You can see where all the fabric moves to. And it causes it to loosen up, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that's why we fixed the old cinch until we get a new one that comes in, because we ride a pony and not a big horse. And they don't sell stuff for ponies. At least not in our local stores. Alrighty. This is the second cinch I bought. The first one, it moved on the buckle end here. It wasn't very weaved and tight, so it caused a serious issue when we were trying to use it, obviously. So for this to work correctly, I'm just going to have to basically undo the decoration. I mean, you can see how easy this is pulling apart. I may add that back in later. But again, not a single stitch, anything to really hold it together. And I'm going to go to the garage and see if we got something even better out there than this piece of material. So, let's go for a walk. I keep a special drawer here just for silly occasions. Slide. The car seat. Alright, time to cut one inside. Over here and put your finger on this, buddy. after that, gotta sew it down, and we gotta heat that edge up, seal it off. Hit both sides just to make sure that we're good. Just a little added protection. Fun began, huh, Ian?
You don't need this anymore.
No, you can throw it away.
Play toy.
So we'll reinstall the buckles on both sides, and then we'll pull this together here. Try to create an equal overlap and get it somewhat centered here. It's a little flimsy at the moment, but we'll get there. And then I'm going to add a clamp to this. Now we got her held down. Let's get in here and sew. This sewing machine, I bought a modified foot, which is shorter, which allows me to sew thicker materials like this using the old finger measurement there to center this up. Started with a center stitch, moved up and down the edge to secure it, and then bringing it up sewn. It was easier to keep the compressor and stitch to the left. So just all you gotta do is keep spinning it. Everything works out just fine. Now we're gonna head out to the garage, put in the final piece to the puzzle here. Alright, now we're going to add the finishing touch to this. Plug in the old trusty soldering iron. Most of you probably trying to understand what this involves. We'll shove this through here, it'll burn a hole, and then we can shove out of here. This cabinet, I've made a holder for all the parts and pieces to this kit. Razor blade, screwdriver, Loctite. Those are called Chicago bolts or sex bolts. They have thread together here on the barrel, leaving you a flush edge. So I say we'll burn a hole, we'll shove that through, put a little Loctite on that, and that should be that. They work almost like a rivet. So my objective here is to hopefully not hit the vein of the cording. And to burn a hole in the center equally. It's not hot enough yet either. Once this gets warm enough, it'll slide through pretty much like hot knife through butter. has a lot of material to melt, so it takes a moment to get it started. One hole. Then with the other side here, as I push it through, again, it's quite a bit of material to get moved out of the way to start, but this material creates an excess at the top and the bottom. You can trim off if desired. If not, you can leave it. I prefer to have a tighter fit. I don't know if you can see it, but the hole in the backside there, not very big, so sometimes you got to come in from both sides just to get it equaled out. I like the soldering iron the best because it has a shoulder and it does melt down that excess. Some people have used a hot nail on the vise. This is what I prefer to use. And then when I go back to soldering, I just change the tip back out. I don't need all this excess plastic or nylon that is burnt. I'll just take the razor blade here and just gently trim it. If you do decide to trim it, obviously be very careful, because that blade will slip if you let it, and it will cut your finger wide open. So as you can tell, I'm trying to always push it away from me. It doesn't quite always work out that way in life, but that's what you're aiming for. We'll give it one last burn. Make sure the hole's big enough. And since the holes are already burned, there's really not much melting or excess coming to the top of the holes. So basically, we'll be ready to shove these barrel nuts or barrel bolts through and connect the male part, which is threaded. Time to unplug it. And that fits just like you intend it to. This one's a little stiff. It's just an added insurance policy. Oh, that's close. Let's see if we can force it in. No, let's heat it up a little. Put a little more heat right here. Just gotta widen it out a hair. There we go. And that's how it was designed to be. Well, by the looks of this, push on it and see if we can get it to expose the upper edge of that barrel. I probably should try one of the longer ones. Switch this out, see if it makes any difference. That's the ticket. Now we're in business. That end the Loctite just a drop. And then we'll add, say, the male portion of the screw and tighten her down. Be good to go. Like I say, this acts like a rivet, but it allows you to take it back apart if there was ever to be a real issue with anything. I found that this is about the only way to hold that back section while you try to tighten up the front if you want it more than finger tight. I know I put the Loctite on it, but I want a little extra security here. So adjust these jaws to grab it correctly. Screwdriver to it. Set it as tight as I can get it. This is the hardest and worst part of the whole thing. Well friends, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what you saw. Do a lot of different things like this. Hopefully things you've never seen, but useful.